Welcome to Size Eyes tonight. We have a very exciting show coming up tonight. Wait, is this real? And now this. Thanks, Caleb.
Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
We had yet another round of snow come through last night, and now we're stuck with bitter cold temperatures across the state. I'll have more on the week ahead coming up in a little bit.
Can I get
Wheat. All right. I couldn't think of anything better. Hopeful. Sorry.
We know that it's 2019.
Iowa State's longest running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Size Eyes on the Skies.
When I stepped outside to walk over here, I almost fell on my back.
Yeah, right?
It's getting slippery out there. What's going on?
It's starting to rain now. I mean, when I was walking in here, it was drizzling, and it's going to turn to freezing rain tonight.
That's
and
not
then
good.
Tomorrow will be pretty clear.
Time for tonight's weather story, neighbor. On this day in 1991, a major winter storm pounded the upper Midwest from October 30th into November 2nd, with some of the most severe effects occurring on Halloween. Don't be scared of that snow out there. Snow moved into southern Iowa on the afternoon of the 30th and changed to mixed precipitation and ice on the 31st and continuing late afternoon on November 1st. Wow, this is a long story. Total ice accumulations range from 1 to 2 inches in southwestern Iowa, and north central Iowa saw 2 to 3 inches across southern and southeastern Minnesota. It was pretty slippery out there.
And on this date in 1998, as Matt alluded to, Garrett Hyde was born in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The high temperature in Cedar Rapids was 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the low was 22, and the average dew point was 27 degrees Fahrenheit with winds gusting up to 25 miles an hour. The sun rose at 7:25 a.m. and set at 7:10 p.m. And now here's birthday boy Garrett with a look at what's going on around the country.
Alrighty, well, thank you for that very detailed day 21 years ago. But temperatures all across the nation are...
Winds strengthened steadily during the course of the storm, with speeds reaching 30 to 50 miles per hour at times. That's pretty significant of last week's storm here, and caused extensive blowing and drifting snow. Drifts of 6 to 10 feet deep, taller than me, were common, and in northeast Iowa, a few locations reported drifts of 15 to 20 feet deep. That has to be a record. All transportation and traffic came to a halt, and stranded cars were in some cases completely covered by the drifting snow. I bet, if it's 8 feet deep. I hope they turn around and don't drown at that point. Most stalled and stranded vehicles, we're almost done here, were abandoned until the storm ended, including an estimated 20,000 vehicles in Des Moines alone, where only 9.4 inches of snow fell. Not only that, but businesses and schools were also closed across most of the state, and in some cases, school buses stalled, spending dozens of children. This is not a laughing matter, but the people behind the screen are laughing too much here. Anyway, one farm family near Vinton sheltered and fed 63 maroon students until the storm abated. Near Plano, a baby was born to a woman stranded in her vehicle. There were unfortunately 19 deaths attributed to the storm, along with dozens of injuries. And we got through that. That was one big winter storm in 1959. That's a good history lesson. And now, here's Jackson. Jackson, what is going on around the nation today?
Thank you, Caleb, for that very informative story. Moving to the northeast side of the nation.
Will it affect Iowa, and do you need your shovel for this week? Find out next.
14 in Fort Dodge, negative 14 in Ames, negative 18 in Waterloo, Iowa. So just a very brutal night. And once we get past that, we will have some more warm weather move into
we look at our watches and warnings, we actually have some surf warnings for smaller boats. So if you want to go boating in a smaller boat in Texas, I'd advise you not to do that. Definitely want to watch if you're going out on a small boat, because we all know how much I love small boats.
What affects the storm type of a supercell? Is it A, condensing, B, seeding, C?
Let the record show I did not fall. I was just trying to get out of the way so you guys could see what we're expecting. Or at least for Trevor.
Approach Alaska.
Thanks, Devin. Now let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. What is the average annual snowfall we find in Ames, Iowa per year? Is it 28 inches, 32 inches, 34 inches, or 36 inches? We'll have your answer coming up right after this.
Now let's take one last look at tonight's trivia question. What is Caleb's favorite Thanksgiving treat? We have several good options on the list. Is it A, stuffing, or as Trey would say, dressing in the South? B, carrots, good for your eyes. C, pumpkin pie. Or D, turkey, the traditional option.
I didn't know carrots were a part of a Thanksgiving dinner. Do you guys have carrots at Thanksgiving?
Why can't carrots be involved?
Do you have carrots, Trey?
I've never had.
Okay, all right, Caleb. So you're weird. That's what we've learned tonight.
That's not very nice. My
But-
birthday's tomorrow.
I'm sorry. I take it back. I forgot. I'm gonna say pumpkin pie for your favorite.
Pumpkin pie, Sarah says. What about
What do
you,
you
Trey?
think?
I'll go with pumpkin pie as
Yeah.
well.
Pumpkin
Can't
pie.
beat dessert.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, my family better know the right answer.
Right.
So I know they're watching here tonight.
Yeah,
And the answer is pumpkin pie.
we were right.
Actually, when I eat pumpkin pie, I usually cover it with so much whipped cream and ice cream that you can't even see the pie anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm
Under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
10 minutes.
Wait.
No, we don't wait.
I know all my TV. Hey, get behind me. This is not working.
Wow. Who sent you? You're wearing a big sun on your
Well,
tummy.
here a couple of my neighbors just decided to join the show, and now they're messing with my hair, which I don't like. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood is coming to an end, and that concludes tonight's show. And please be sure to like us on Facebook, and you can always find our show on Size Eyes under Size Eyes on the Skies on YouTube, and like our Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you on Thursday, and have a happy Halloween, kids out there.
We'll see you in February for spring training as well.
And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
And then we move on into some 50s and 60s with clouds for the rest of the week.
Let's take a look at tonight's trivia question. Which of the